Hi everyone, thank you for listening to the Immigration Lawyers Podcast. This is your regular host John Khosravi. I wanted to give a quick update up to some important issues for practitioners for the month of September 2016. A couple of key events happened that are good to know, related to judges, employment-based categories, changes in photo requirements, extensions of programs, and more. Welcome to the Immigration Lawyers Podcast. For more information about the program, please visit www.immigrationlawyerspodcast.com. Please note that this recording is informational only and does not constitute legal advice. Please consult an immigration attorney for specific information related to your case. Also, this recording is copyrighted and written permission is required for rebroadcasting. Hey everyone. To start off with, probably one of the most important and talked about issues is the extension of the EB-5 program. Once again, they've extended the EB-5 Regional Center program after multiple extensions in the past year. It goes until December, and along with that, they also extended the EB-4 religious workers, Conrad 30J1 waivers, and the E-Verify program. Usually when Congress puts stuff towards the December calendar, they're going to try to hide and do some fast moves because the electorate's not going to be watching during the holiday season. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of decision they're going to make as to the final version of the EB-5 Regional Center program. I've already done a recording in the past when they first provided a new bill for the EB-5 program and went into detail about it. They provided a new bill that has some differences, but I'm not going to go too much into it because it's not clear what's going to happen. There are going to be increases in fees and new fees, potentially adding premium processing to EB-5, allowing concurrent filings, the addition of site visits, potentially retroactivity of this bill to petitions filed after June 1st, 2015, which is a very controversial part of it, an update to the TEA program, gift restrictions for the source of funds, reserving EB-5 visas for rural areas, and actually adding in the statute that administrative fees have to show source of funds, rather than just assuming that it has to be there by USCIS, and a few additional things. Moving on, there were some interesting new changes to procedures for the State Department, USCIS, and the UIR. First of all, the State Department said it would no longer accept passport-style photos of people wearing glasses unless exceptional circumstances exist. So, not only for State Department MVC cases, but also for USCIS from now on, I'm going to refer all my clients to not use their glasses, any of the pictures. I'll probably tell them at the very beginning of a consultation so they don't end up taking the picture and having to redo it. Pictures can be quite expensive for some families. Sometimes they charge more than $10 or $15 for just 2 pictures. However, USCIS said it would no longer need pictures for naturalization because their biometric system has gotten good enough where they won't need the pictures, which is really good. Finally, because of the delays in removal proceedings and getting an actual initial hearing, the Justice Department said that for asylum, withholding, and CAT cases, to avoid the 1-year arrival date filing issue, they'll allow people to mail in their asylum applications instead of waiting for the actual hearing. This should help out a lot of people. The Justice Department and the UIR are quite busy, and thankfully they've added a whole bunch of new judges. Los Angeles didn't get any new ones, but San Francisco did, and thankfully there are also private practitioners, people who were immigration attorneys before becoming immigration judges. But for most of the rest of the country, they were ex-ICE officers and people that were government lawyers. So the private bar still doesn't get the best amount of representation amongst judges. Along with that, the Ninth Circuit ruled that minors would not mandatorily be provided free lawyers for the immigration cases. Moving along, a couple more notes. For deferred action DACA cases that have been pending more than 105 days, USCIS created a new inquiry system that's on the website. In the past, I've always tried to avoid doing DACA cases because the legal fees would be such a burden on people, and I assumed that if I just give them the basic overview and guidance of what's necessary, they could complete the work themselves. But unfortunately, I see so many denials and delays because the people filing them are just missing documents or putting in incorrect information that causes problems for them. So I do sometimes take DACA cases in exceptional cases or try to do it pro bono if possible. With regards to TPS for Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, DHS has given 6 more months until it ends, so people here could figure out how they're going to return to their home country. It's interesting that the TPS for these countries was granted because of the Ebola outbreak in 2014. Around 2 years have gone since that time, and we don't hear Ebola anymore, but now we hear Zika. Now Zika is a Brazilian-based, or somewhat of a Brazilian-based disease, but I don't think that we granted TPS to Brazil. The numbers are just too great. But it was noteworthy to see how 2 years ago the news and media scared the living hell out of everybody about Ebola, and that disappeared. And now a new disease is up and coming. Finally, USCIS for some reason granted citizenship to 858 deportees because of some sort of internal snafu. This is kind of a political thing, especially during election year, granting citizenship to people who don't deserve it. So it's in the news and people are getting grilled about it. But it's probably going to blow over. Oh, and one last note. At the end of the month, USCIS released Form I-131A. This is for people that are overseas and lose their travel document or their green card. In the case of lawful permanent residents, if they've been abroad for less than 1 year, they could request this by paying a fee online and then going to the embassy or consulate to actually get the document. Or for people that lose their re-entry permit for less than 2 years' time. More information can be found on USCIS. Thanks a lot. I hope you have a great month, and I'll fill you in on the news for next month. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. To learn more about this program, please visit www.immigrationlawyerspodcast.com. Also, attorneys can visit www.immigrationlawyerslistserv.com to learn more about special listservs for immigration lawyers that provide forums to discuss professional questions and issues and exchange information with other practitioners from across the globe.